My name is Max Olson, and I am currently a junior studying electrical engineering. I'm just pursuing my bachelor's in electrical engineering, maybe a master's when I'm done, but I'll decide that when I get to it. But I've always been fascinated with electric vehicles, and that kind of drove me to study electrical engineering, and I really want to focus in the automotive part of that. And I've done numerous reports and presentations in my other classes, such as environmental science and other English classes that I previously had, and I plan to contribute a good amount to this project, so I really want to get an A. And as being a project manager, I want to really make sure everyone is doing their part and everyone is comfortable with the part that they're doing. That's how I plan to fulfill my role as project manager.
Hi, I'm Madeline Parks, a senior in the Electrical Engineering Department at Wayne State University, pursuing my Bachelor's of Science. I'm super interested in robotics and embedded system design, which I have been since middle school when I started serving on my middle/high school's robotics team, and now I actually serve as a mentor.
Hello, my name is Mina Mishala. I'm an electrical engineering major, and although I haven't previously had any work with electrical vehicles or electrical vehicle infrastructure, I will be discussing why I think it's important to understand where we are now in terms of electrical vehicles and infrastructure, and understand why it's important to expand and move forward in the future.
Hello everyone, my name is Amadou Diallo and my major is mechanical engineering. I transferred last year from Wayne County Community College where I have my associate degree in pre-engineering, and this is my second semester here at Wayne State University. And for this project I will be talking about the description of method, and I am also the contract manager. Thank you.
My name is Jason. I am a second year student at Wingstay University studying computer science. So prior to this project, I had done other research topic on the electric vehicle, such as promoting the sale of EVs in the US, as well as an applied plan for EV's battery.
What problem are we trying to solve? Well, that's a good question. As we have seen, whether on the news or on social media or any other platform, that there has been a surge of electric vehicles lately, and a popular one is Tesla. And they're doing a great job with their electric vehicle infrastructure, with the great amounts of superchargers they have around the world. And I know I've seen a few of them around supermarkets, and it's very important that they are conveniently placed so that the average consumer wouldn't have to necessarily go out of their way to charge their vehicle if need be. And I think Tesla has done a great job about that. And I think other car companies slash cities can also replicate how they have done such a great job in popular cities such as Los Angeles. We see a lot of electric vehicle and electric vehicle infrastructure. And if we replicate that, I think we'd be in a good position. As I said, particularly in Detroit, aka the Motor City, there seems to be lacking a good amount of electric vehicle infrastructure. And with this surge of electric vehicles that we see, we may find ourselves unprepared in a few years when they make up a greater percentage of on-road vehicles than they do now. And of course, it would be preferable for electric vehicle buyers to have a charging station at home too. But there still is a great need for them to be in major cities, whether it be because of work or school or just people stopping by on a road trip. EV infrastructure is vital.
So, the objective of this project is to provide an informative report that we're going to present to the city of Detroit that actually assesses the need for electric vehicle infrastructure within the city. This report itself is going to outline specific recommendations and details needed for the implementation of the technology needed for electric vehicles to become widespread and used throughout the city of Detroit. This is going to include primary and secondary research methods. Primary research methods for us are going to include a survey of drivers in Detroit and near Detroit on their attitudes and preferences regarding electric vehicle use. These secondary research methods also include analyses of the current state of the city of Detroit and the infrastructure for electric vehicles that already exist. If this infrastructure is being used, it can often be updated or even kept the same and then just added on to in order to actually implement more technology in the society in order to integrate electric vehicles into the driving norm of the city of Detroit. This primary and secondary research conducted by our team will help us prepare this report to propose to the city of Detroit regarding the need for the implementation of electric vehicles within the city.
Now, why is this project so important? Because of the growing number of electrical vehicles on the market and the growing demand for these vehicles, there is a need for infrastructure that can accommodate electrical vehicles. Now, as mentioned earlier, why is it important to understand where we are now in terms of electrical vehicles and infrastructure and where we want to be in the future? Why it's important that we should grow. Now Detroit has little to no electrical vehicle infrastructure, and this pushes the public to use forms such as gas and fossil fuel powered modes of transportation. And in the future, comparing Michigan to California, California is actually planning that by 2035, all vehicles sold will be zero emission, meaning there will no more be vehicles that rely on fossil fuels and gas that will be sold by that time. Now, in the future, the governor, Gretchen Whitmer, is planning that Michigan will be completely carbon neutral by 2050. And electrical vehicles are crucial for this because vehicles leave a large carbon footprint on the world. And switching to electrical vehicles and providing infrastructure that can better accommodate these vehicles will help reach that goal much sooner than later. And our targeted audience will be the City of Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan, the Wayne State University President Emroy Wilson, and the Detroit City Council. Now, these three groups are crucial because they're so woven into the City of Detroit's fabric. They actually will affect this plan the most because we can add electrical vehicle accommodations to the public and the private land. This can help reduce our carbon footprint and meet that 2050 goal much sooner than expected.
Amadou Diallo, and I'm here to talk about the description of method. Our proposed meeting time will vary week by week, and most of the time we will meet toward the end of the weekend, and we will propose our time ahead of time. We will let all the members of the group ahead of time that we will have a meeting in a specific date and time. The reason is because we are all in school and we have different schedule, so it's very hard to have a fixed date. But we will let everyone know ahead of time that we will have a meeting in a specific date. And most of the time we will meet through Zoom, online, like we are doing since last year with our classes. And sometimes we will use the chat. We will communicate through text messages, through WhatsApp when we are not able to meet online. And we will make sure everyone participate in the communication or in the chat. And our method of communication is WhatsApp and Zoom again. And we will communicate often, like most of the time. And me as a manager, I will make sure that we communicate effectively. Thank you.
So, team accountability. Our group decided to appoint a project manager as well as a communication and team contract manager. The reason behind this decision is to ensure the project flows smoothly and team members keep up with the work. While working on this big project, there may be occasion where we miss a meeting or deadline. Though this is unacceptable to our team, if the incident were to happen, our team would try to reschedule another meeting or use WhatsApp to discuss what was missed from the meeting. If a deadline is missed, a meeting will be held over Zoom to discuss if further action must be taken or the work must be completed by someone else. To ensure we don't have any incomplete or poor quality work, each member is distributed an equal amount of workload. This allows members to complete their work on time, and to ensure the quality is acceptable, team member will overlook the work before submitting it. Then project manager will do a final review and make any final adjustment to the project before submission. To ensure there is consistent communication, our group will use WhatsApp and Zoom to stay informed if there's any issue ongoing, and
make sure everyone complete their responsible work. Our work will also be shared through Google's Doc and Slide. So our project schedule are breakdown into different weeks. Where the first week, our team will outline the member role and then complete the informal team report. And then the second week where we complete the preliminary research that outline member responsibility, and then our group will complete the oral briefing. And then week 4, our group would then complete the need assessment memo and the team contract. And week 11, our team would then complete the formal report